Jesse Sapp. I learned about him from the All-Star game last year. From Georgetown, number 23 with the ball. Back outside, here's number 20 with the ball. I'm gonna get his name in a minute. Sean Bell All-Stars taking their time, moving to the side, stolen away. Oh!
What do you think?
They tried to kill that boy. We're gonna get the names in a second, y'all. This is Jesse Sapp from Georgetown over to Steve Burke Jr., Mr. Excitement, Mr. Everything. He's got the ball, stutter step move, turn, spin, shot up off the glass, no, with the big man with the follow.
I don't know. I was looking for him. I didn't see it.
1, 2, 1, 3. We're gonna welcome everybody up. Game 2 of the Hoops in the Sun Round Ball Classic Tournament. The first one, a victory by the defending champion team 914.
Trying to put together like a player wiki.
Shouts to DJ Jazz, DJ
They
Stewart.
can go on the website and update their own information.
At least in Streetball.
It's like
I don't know
Wikipedia.
about in the neighborhood. In the streets, it's okay for the police to stop by to watch the game. The neighborhood, who knows? So thanks to them for stopping by. And you get play-by-play extraordinary Bobby C.
Back to live action here, folks. It's here
So we're just messing with him. Just messing with him over there.
Big fella Joe Dorsett inside. And he tries to turn around. You gotta eat some food, man. You gotta have some fuel, you know what I'm saying? Fuel is what it's all about. Jesse Sapp, number 23, inside for Joe Dorsett. Joe Dorsett on the post-up. And the pass intercepted by Mr. Roberts. Marv Roberts now down Death Valley, puts up a shot, no good. Thanks to the rebound, grabs his own board. And now here comes Warriors for Price. Jesse Sapp, Steve Burke, and a whistle.
Had Jesse Sapp and Steve Burke on the hit radio the other night, and it was bananas. They talked about just playing with each other and both of them being scoring guards and having that D-run background. And Steve Burke, Jesse Sapp getting together to get a fan to treat this summer off the dance step. Choreography was tight, couldn't get it to go. And Sean Bell, a 2007 champion, you know they come with the noise. International rider coach. And every time you see Sean Bell on the schedule, you already know it's big time Streetball. Shout to my main man, Coach Bingo's wife. Thank them for coming through. And of course, the lovely fans of Orchard Beach.
That jumper is off the mark. Let's give you the lineups here for Sean Bell. And the lineup is number 20, that's Cameron Tyler. That shot good there by Marv Roberts, number 23. There goes the saga continues. Number 10, Steve Burke. Let's give you the rest of the lineup here for Didi and Sean Bell. Joining that trio in the lineup is number 14, Doc Harrison. And rounding out the lineup, of course, is number 30, Javon Pinkston. That turnaround there by Dorsett, picked up by Pinkston. And our right side is swinging around. Clint Scales gives it up to Cameron Tyler. Didier and Sean Bell in the red, Warriors for Price, W4C for short. In the orange, Steve Burke, of course, his father, the all-time scorer at Iona College. And Joe Dorsett knocks down the outside jumper, the big fella, showing some range. Burke Jr., the second all-time leading scorer, obviously one of the greatest father-son tandems in college history. Pinkston with the jam, so back-to-back big-time plays by the big fellas, but a completely different variety. G-Stacks, the first one a jumper, that time a jam.
Well, you know, you follow the history of Streetball, Bobby, and you know fans, creatures of habit like we all are, love to see the big guys get involved early. And you saw Dorsett with the good 20-footer, and then you saw his counterpart come in and move around on the gym right there to and one. And it's exactly what guys come out to Orchard Beach to see. You want to see the big guys, you want to see the block work, you want to see the effective movement in the post, and then you want to see the guard play as well. So right now, Hoops in the Sun and Orchard Beach providing the top 10 teams in New York City this year. And you just can't afford to miss a week. So shout out to my boy Mandy Cruz, our technical director, schedule maker, and Joe and Kent for coming up with the system. For all 10 teams. Oh, off the dance down. Let me hold that. Luckily here. Police around, so. And then Marv Roberts and Isaiah Thomas stand out. This is Jesse Sapp out of Georgetown, and you see the fire and pin couldn't get it to go.
Now we start to have some action here. Pick up in the first quarter. Bounce pass. Roberts fires, can't get it to go. Back up by the big fella, Joe Dorsett. And here comes Warriors for Christ. Jesse Sapp with the hop step, the front click, stone shuffle, and it's taken away in transition. DDN, Sean Bell with the steal. That was Javon Pinkston taking it away. Now slowing it down a bit on the left side is Cliff.
Oh, no, Cliff.
Pinkston, right side for Roberts.
Sorry,
He's
Red?
gonna take this long shot. Can't get it to go. And picked up by DDN, Sean Bell. Moving from right to left.
Nah, Cliffy's been
Chris
around.
gives it up to number 20. And that's Damien. And the shot taken by Chris is off the mark.
I forgot
Roberts
what
on the
Cliff
rebound.
played for. Mid-level.
Cameron Tyler.
Played for
They will give it
mid-level
up to
D1.
Clinksdale's right side for Pinkston. 6:06 to play here in the opening quarter. Pinkston, down low, tough shot.
Say again?
And you can count that one and one.
One of the things you can count on from the Sean Bell team, especially a team coached by my boy International Guard, is you're going to get players you
That
never
pissed me
saw.
off. I can't remember what.
You're going to get players that probably weren't heard of on the streetball circuit. They're going to come in, they're going to sneak up on you, and they're going to be effective in the Sean Bell system. Coach Rob probably, in my opinion, probably one of the better coaches in streetball at in-game situations. Just a good adjustment guy, a guy that knows his X's and O's, and will slow and control the game down from the sideline.
Oh, that's why I know that name. Where did he go to school?
I just hear about him. He hasn't decided yet?
And a tough shot there by Bird Jr. Can't get it to go. Chris on the putback, and it's good for Warriors for Christ. Here comes Sean Bell, DDN. Clinksdale to Roberts along the baseline. The bounce pass to Pinkston. And let G-Sax talk a little bit about this for Pinkston. An All-American.
All-American. Coach Rob went again, one of the better recruiters, going out and finding Mr. Pinkston on his way to Villanova with the McDonald All-American. Hoops in the Sun continuing to bring out the new and futuristic talent. So shouts to Mr. Pinkston, and we thank him for coming through today.
That turnaround there by the sweet lefty. And Cameron Tyler has it taken away by Chris. 4:46 to play here in the first. Warriors for Christ. That's it.
Yeah, I like Coach Rock. I like the attitude. You get Jesse Sapp, you get that sensational backcourt with Steve Burke and Jesse Sapp. And then you get some good play out of Big Joe. And right there, you got a good move inside against it. The Warriors for Christ not backing down against Streetball Titans like Sean Bell also.
Last basket scored by Doc Harrison. Back up top for Chris. Comes around the screen set by Roberts. Rejected underneath.
How many tournaments you in this year?
I heard I'm in 145th.
Okay.
But nobody confirmed that one.
How would you not know that if you were in?
Well, because the dude Chris Slack, the boy-headed dude that's in the picture, he's supposed to be with Mousy, and Mousy hasn't called me, he hasn't called me.
Okay. Are you ready if you are going to?
Oh, ready? Shit, I don't.
Yes, it is. This is celebrity alert. Remember,
your Rolodex
folks, I wanted
deep.
to tell them what to beat. We're the only tournament
I got about 12
that
guys,
really gives you the
13
official
guys.
celebrity alert. You need to pay attention. You're here
Today I
in
knew
the
two of
tournament.
my big
You know,
boys.
swagger jacket. We the only ones to give out the official celebrity alert.
Andrew
Shout
played
to my
yesterday.
boy Kiki. And I'm telling
Andrew
you, boy,
played yesterday.
that 10,000,
Oh, 45th?
Kiki Claw.
Jomo played
Showing
yesterday.
off up there on 145th. So shout to him.
Jomo
He's up
played
in
with
the
most
place to
hated.
be.
And speaking of showing off, the big fella Joey Dorsett having an outstanding
Someone with the ooh and ah.
Number 35 for Warriors for Christ. Steve Burke always showing off. Razzling and dazzling in the 360 spin to the 10.
I'm almost sure they are, yeah.
On fire here alone in the first quarter. Action started.
Dude said, yo, if
Cam Tyler, number 20.
if we don't do next year,
Facing up to
can
the
we still
basket.
get it,
Down
y'all?
goes the crossover.
I
Tyler
was like, if you
inside and the post up
win
now.
some this year, yeah.
And the turnaround no
We
good.
trying to
Here
do
comes
away with
Burke
divides,
Jr.
we got to add teams,
Coast to coast. And the saga continues.
which is going to be a problem.
We continue to
Who
say
do you
that,
add?
Bobby. I just think North and South, Steve Burke, you might as well get out
I
of
know we
here.
want to add like
It's really,
a Jersey
really
team,
not a contest when you
maybe
come
a
down
Philly
there.
team.
That'd make it good.
18
Huh?
to 12 now as the score, 6 points to difference.
Yeah.
And 2:47 to play. The clock continues to roll here in the first quarter of action. DD and Sean Bell in the red, Warriors for Christ in the orange, W4C for short. Cliff Clinkscales on the perimeter, just inside, 6 seconds of the shot clock time running down. Cliff comes around, Pinkston, All-American, gonna take it, gotta take it. Shot clock violation. And some miscommunication there, Gene.
Like you said, first game out, guys getting acclimated to the sun and the beach. You know, it's the biggest monster in streetball. So you got to pace yourself for not only the 10 games or 9 games on the schedule, but for the sun. Big Joe right there couldn't get the 18-footer to go.
Clinkscales, Pinkston. And that's an offensive foul called against Javon. Back to live action number 10. Steve Burke Jr. pulling out the plays. He'll take it over the TikTok, guarded closely by Cameron Tyler. Burke comes around the screen, set by the big fella. Dorsett, Pinkston, almost taking it away for Burke Jr. Now Chris steps up. Good pass, inside, can't get it to go. First opportunity, second opportunity, finally stole away. Here comes Cameron Tyler. Tyler coast to coast, almost has it stripped from behind. Roberts inside, puts it out. Can't get that one to go. Dorsett on the rebound. Here comes Jesse Sapp down the right side of the floor, number 23. Sapp.
Was I there for that game?
Defenders. Thinking about shooting the shot now.
Was I there for that game?
Pinkston. Gives it up to Burke Jr. A hard foul. That's a travel.
You say this
If I was
about
there,
Coach Rock, a
then
new coach,
no
not a new
problem. I'll
coach,
look for it.
a new coach to the Unlimited division, and you saw it just now, livid about missing a golden opportunity against Sean Bell. And that's what coaches do. You want the easy ones, you want the chip-ins, you want the momentum builders, and just now just mad about the easy
kind of a weird
opportunity. Good
request.
play. Nonetheless, but when you don't finish it, you get the coach and he's usually
Then they
upset.
could power. Last year,
And a
They weren't
two-hole
that
count
good.
for Don Harrison. Number 14. Steve Burke Jr. number 10. Jesse Sapp number 23. Obviously one of the most lethal combinations of a backcourt tandem in streetball history.
Again,
Sapp 360 spin. Dorsett can shoot the rock. Not this time though. On the rebound is Don Harrison. Harrison
That
gives
was
it up to
playoff game?
Cliff.
Regular
Cliff
season.
scales on the left side. Cliff slows it down to 5. Gives it up to Roberts. Roberts into the corner. Shot taken by Pinkston. All-American off the mark. Not this time. Dorsett on the rebound. Burke Jr. He'll take it over the timeline. Burke slowing it down. Now number 10. He's got a sweet left hand, Jay. Calling out the plays the way a good point guard should. Burke Jr. in and out of traffic. Oh, doctor!
And I talked to I wanted to tell the fans we had Steve Burke on the radio the other night. A chip on his shoulder this summer. He personally told me, text message to all you guards out there, Steve Burke Jr. showing you what he can to do this summer.
.6 remaining here in the opening period. And the youngster on the rise, Javon Pinkston, will head to the free throw line. Villanova in his future. Unable to knock them both down, but an offensive offensive rebound by Cliff Clinkscales. And DDN Sean Bell back within 6. Warriors for Christ in the orange. They lead 20-14. Final seconds of the first. Burt Jr. stripped. And that'll do it for the first period. So at the end of one quarter of play, Warriors for Christ leads DDN Sean Bell by 6. This is 2010. Second quarter now underway. Burt Jr. Jesse Sapp. Guarded by Kingston. Sapp puts it on the floor. Now works his way to the basket. Bounce pass outside. Shot taken by Burt Jr. Off the mark and hits the heel. Here comes Pinkston. DDN Sean Bell in transition. Pinkston. Shot is missed. Chris trying to put it back in. That was not Harrison. Burt Jr. Chris on the bank shot, no good. And a loose ball foul. 11:15 to play here before the half.
Well, shouts to Sister T, the ownership coming in today. To Warriors, of course, Sister T been around the game forever, one of the better owners that you will find in Streetball, hands-on owner, loves her players, loves her coaches. Felt they were ready for the unlimited division, got him out here, got the best backcourt he could find, and Warriors for Christ, right in the middle of this stuff. So shouts to Sister T.
And DDN Sean Bell now back within 4 points. Burt Jr. shaking, baking, manipulating. And Burt interfered by a foreign object there. Another basketball from another floor. Jesse Sapp.
Hey, but you know that the Warriors of Christ are going to bring the young guys out. They're going to acclimate them to the tournament. They're going to introduce them to the sun. They're going to basically learn by fire the monster that the beast is. So shouts to Coach Rock. He's not scared to give a kid a chance on the big stage.
A little bit of a lineup change here for Warriors for Christ. CBP number 25 now in the ball game. Burt Jr. and Chris. Number 14 to spin. Tough shot around the room. Good interior defense there by DDN Sean Bell. Cam Tyler will bring up the Warriors foul on the play.
So once again, we take a second and welcome out New York City Streetball's greatest fans. They've been with us forever. Continue that first inside move right there, the McDonald All-American from Sean Bell All-Stars getting it done. And we continue to thank you guys from the bottom of our heart, making the tournament look special every time, even when it's thin. And on behalf of Joe Poole Jr., Randy, Bobby C, the whole staff, it's going to be another good summer thanks to you guys coming out.
Pinkston at the charity stripe. Shot there by Pinkston is good for the free throw line. And Jesse Sapp will inbound to Steve Burt Jr. This is our second game of the afternoon. The 2010 Into the Sun Round Ball Classic over G-Stacks Bobby C. Pulling out the plays, DJ Jazz on the ones and twos. Burt Jr. That's a 3-second. This one does not have the same juice as the first game did, but still it is shaping up to be an instant classic with the score 20-18. Burt Jr. to the free throw line. Our first game today, the Team 914 squad, the defending champs, able to jump out to a 1-0 record here in the Summer League against Hoop Street in the first game. And of course, our second matchup features one of our brand new teams, as Uncle G Stacks mentioned, Warriors for Christ in the orange. And of course, DDA and Sean Bell, which in this past few seasons has won a championship under head coach Ron. Different makeup of this squad though, and some new names and guys that we have not seen before.
So Bobby C, I forgot to tell you, I did the Baychester Spring League by myself. A lot of fame, the great look, did some tri-state, but being alongside you is what this thing is really about. This is what you ate for as an announcer. You want to get in with the best when you feel like you're good. And just being back home with Bobby C is what it really is, man. So shout out to Bobby C, the voice of Houston the Sun for 11 years.
Do I look that way? Okay.
And now Warriors for Christ looking to push the basketball up the floor. Chris, number 14, guarded closely by Javon Pinkston, and he fires a trifecta and hits. Warriors for Christ now back up by 3. After DD and Sean Bell had tied it at 20 apiece, they now lead 23-20 on that trifecta. Pinkston, Cam Tyler, bad pass, and it's stolen away. And officials saying that apparently stepped out of bounds on the play. And it was last touch by Warriors for Christ in the orange, and DD and Sean Bell in the red. Seth Mallier, the sharpshooting three-point shooter, number 10 now in the ballgame for the team in the red. Stolen away by Burt Jr., coast to coast. Offensive foul.
Wow.
Burt Jr., of course, we've talked about it the last few seasons. Uncle G Stacks and I, he has had several NBA looks. His father, of course, played in the NBA. And he's been in and out of the Summer League the last few seasons, of course, playing overseas. Seth Mallier to Pinkston. Back to Mallier, he'll fire. This time over the basket. A little too much on that one. Burt Jr. will slow it down. Burt Jr. has that NBA frame as well. He looks like he can play point guard spot in the league. Jesse Sapp has it taken away. Got Clip plate scales. And then Cam Tyler on a layup. It is a seesaw battle here in the first half, 23-22. Coming up on the 6-minute marker. Jesse Sapp enjoyed an excellent 4-year career at Georgetown. That shot interrupted by the call on the floor. In the lineup here for Warriors for Christ, number 14 is Chris, number 20 is Damian. Number 23, Jesse Sapp, number 10, Steve Burt Jr., number 25 is Stevie P. Chris knocks down the first of 2 free throws. On the floor for DD and Sean Bell in the red and white trim is number 5, Cliff Cleescales, number 20, Cam Tyler, number 23, Marv Roberts, number 10, Steph Mallier, number 14, Don Harrison, and number 30,
Go get a hamburger.
Javon Pinkston. And of course, Tyler will take a seat as Roberts comes in. And another free throw attempt here from the line. Rattles out, Pinkston on the rebound.
No, you want to, because I heard Don tell me that you forgot my hamburger.
Finds Roberts, bounce pass. 24-22, Warriors for Christ and lead by 2.
And you look over at the Warriors,
Nah, he was already coming back.
The whole ownership over there, and you gotta feel like they really like the way it's going there.
He's what?
First game at the beach, the biggest sponsor of Streetball. You're matched up against the former champion. You're holding your own. You don't have your full roster here. So Coach Rock finding the magic when he shouts to him. And this is Warriors request. Hoyer, advancement, choreography, what? And then you go the other way. So right there, Jesse Sapp sensing the need to get a big play on his own. And in the process, you get the turnover. So Warriors for Christ good on the defensive sequence there. Excuse me, Sean Bell All-Stars. And they cause the turnover.
That basket will count for Tom Harrison. 3 tying the score, this time at 24 apiece. 4:59 to play here in the first half. Harrison goes to the line with a chance to give Sean Bell a lead. And the free throw is off the mark, but Kingston.
You have to be crazy.
All-American skills along the baseline as he grabs the offensive rebound, and it will stay with DDM here with 4:46 to play.
Okay.
Cliff Clinksdale's number 5 with the inbound. Kingston gets the rock down. He attacks the rim. Tough shot. Can't get the roll. And picked up by Joe Dorsett, a big fella at center. Jesse Sapp, number 23. Burt Jr. will pick it up now on the left side, guarded by Roberts. G-Stars pointing out that Roberts is one of the top recruits by Isaiah Thomas this past season of Florida International. Clinksdale with the teardrop. There goes Roberts out of bounds. Ball game still tied at 24. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half.
Right now, Bobby, you gotta like what you're getting when you're talking Warriors for Christ. You ain't with the Titans. You got the game tied. You got 2 premier guards. You get some big play out of that big fella right there. Right there, a good pass from Sapp over to his partner.
Impressive to see Joe Dorsett play as well as he has. He's a young man that has come up in our youth league over the past few seasons. And now developing into one of the top big men in the city. For a brand new team, the men's division, Warriors for Christ. Kingston tried the glass, could not get that one to go. And here comes Sapp, coast to coast. Lost the handle on the dribble. And Cliff with the inbound to Roberts, back to Cliff Clinksdale's number 5. Cliff will take it over the timeline on the right side. His pass to Doc Harrison. Harrison tied up the ball game before. Now Roberts and company having a hard time shooting the rock here. Roberts picks up again. So Harrison tied it up at 24. Now Roberts ties it up at 26. Warriors for Christ with a chance to retake the lead. That shot taken by Chris off the window, and that's exactly what they did.
See Warriors for Christ not backing down. You see Sean Bell going to the bench, getting perennial all-star Big Benny. Big Benny, another one of them big moving bodies down on the block for Sean Bell. And he's always going to make a difference.
That's right, baby. Don't let him get in there. Don't let him get in there, big man.
And it looks like the youngster is on pace. He's starting to get a little more acclimated. Here at the beach his first time. 2:05 to play. 28-26, Warriors for Christ in the orange. They lead this one by 2. Shout to our sponsors, Vikings, New Era, the Yankees, Mountain Dew, Parks and Rec, and of course, Engineers. Joe Dorsett on the left-hand hook shot, no good. Roberts looking at 1 and done. And he jams it home. And DDN Sean Bell behind the play of Mr. Roberts has tied the ball game at 28. So now a seesaw battle continues. Coach Rock calling out the plays. Dorsett wide open. Tough shot into the wing. Can't get that one to go. Cam Tyler. Cliff Clinksdale. Oh! Nifty move off the glass.
See the Sean Bell All-Stars right there off the transition. They're one of the better teams on the break. And the young fella off the good layup giving Sean Bell a lick of transition.
1:07 to play. Dorsett double team. Bounce pass. Rims out. Cam Tyler. Under a minute left to play now. Tyler with the feed out of bounds. It was intended for Cliff Clinksdale. And DBM lets an opportunity slip through their fingertips. Coach Ron wants to talk it over. He's calling for a timeout to the officials. This is the 2010 to the Sun Raptors.
And that's the boy DJ Jazz slapping you other DJs around up here at the beach. DJ Jazz all over the city. Legendary. So
Oh, goodness.
24.5 seconds to play here in the opening half. Jesse Sapp gets some space to work at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Dorsett. Good defense there by Benny Timmons. Just came to the lineup for DDN number 35 as he nearly intercepted it. 9 seconds to play. Cam Tyler, no look pass.
You know what? I'm gonna wait.
Harrison with the bucket.
I'm gonna wait for
And
you.
with 6 seconds to play, it's down 34-28. 3 seconds to Sapp at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. And DDA and Sean Bell turn it up a notch at the end of the play. Shakes and bakes and fires left-hander. Look at Cam Tyler on the rebound. Here comes Cam Tyler from DDA and Sean Bell. They lead by 4. 34-30. Roberts with an early pass. Dot Harrison with the 2.
important in this second half play, Bobby, especially in Streetball, to come out aggressive, make your moves to the basket, get the big guys involved. So both teams looking to get the advantage early. Second half where it is in Streetball.
We've had a beautiful day here at Orchard Beach, the Bronx, Riviera. Javon Pinkston. And they can get the roll there. Steve Bird Jr. will take it over to the top. And Cliff Scales will find Cam Tyler for 2. .10:31 to go, third quarter of play. A seesaw battle here, the 2010 Hoops in the Sun Round Ball Classic, Game 2 of the summer. Our first game today featured Team 914 and Hoop Street. Team 914 prevailed. The defending champs are now 1-0. So see who will prevail in this game. In our second game today as Roberts lays it up and in. I'll tell you, G-Stacks always loved this kid. And you can see why. He's got a tremendous amount of talent. Roberts, a swingman, a traditional, really traditional swingman. I think he will have an opportunity, he will have a shot if he continues to play well at the collegiate level to perhaps play professionally someday, whether it is in the NBA or, of course, overseas. Isaiah Thomas, G-Stacks will play a big part in that. Learning from a player like Isaiah, who to me is arguably one of the greatest point guards of my generation. I think can only help a player like Mr. Roberts.
You know, with that kind of stamp, with that kind of cosign, Steve Bird, off the driver's license, got to look it easy. With that kind of cosign, Marv Roberts, basically halfway to David Stern already. You get a guy like Isaiah Thomas, a pariah off the court, but on the court, so much credibility. And you get Marv Roberts with the basketball playing under him.
It would be interesting to see, folks, every summer so many of our talented players do play in the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas, which is in the early to mid-July. And then, of course, the Orlando Summer League follows that. And so many of the guys that have played out here do get an opportunity to try to vie for one of those NBA contracts. And, of course, one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is there are not too many spots in the NBA. So many talented players, more talented players than spots, which is why a guy like there goes Pinkston knocking down the J. Why a guy like Jesse Sapp or a guy like Kenny Satterfield or Steve Bird Jr. It's not that they're not talented enough to play in the league. It's that there's only so many spots for a guy to get an opportunity to play. And I think G-Stacks will speak to one of the guys that has played on this circuit the last couple of years. He got a chance to play in the NBA this season. And that's Sunyata Gaines. Sunyata Gaines is playing in the NBDL. And he was playing exceptionally well. And he got a chance to play when Utah had some injuries. In the first game that he comes up and plays, Sunyata Gaines comes out and knocks out a A tremendous three-point shot against the number one team in the NBA at the time, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Giuliani Gaines was just getting 10-day contracts and 10-day contracts and finally got a chance to get a real roster spot. And again, it speaks to that same concept, G-Stacks, where there's so many talented players in the game of basketball, so many talented players around the world, and only so many spots in the professional ranks for a guy to play. So a guy like Giuliani Gaines in the same boat as so many other guys. I mean, again, Kenny Satterfield had his time in the NBA, and hopefully someday some of the other guys that we see out there on the floor, guys like Mr. Pinkston, and even guys like Streetball Jr. and Jesse Sapp, who are extremely talented, will get that opportunity to play in the league.
I can't agree with you more, Bobby. Just not enough spots. There's so much talent across the landscape. The NBA going global now and bringing in all the foreign talent. And it just makes it that much harder on our homegrown products. And we love the fact that guys come up here to work on their opportunity, to chase their dreams of the NBA or an overseas contract by way of hoops in the sun and on the summer ball across the city. So we shout all the guys out for chasing their dreams and coming up here and lacing up.
Now Roberts on the post up. The cutter is Pinkston. He's rejected by Joey Dorsett. And the big fella imposing his will defensively inside. Now here comes Chris. Stops on a dime, throws up the J, no good. Roberts on the rebound. Intercepted in transition and then restolen by Cam Tyler. There goes Javon Pinkston for two. Warriors for Christ. And DD and Sean Bell, G-Stacks locked in a pretty good ball game here in the third quarter. That shot too easy defensively against DD and Sean Bell.
You know, the backcourt of Jesse Sapp and Steve Burke.
Sitting with the inbound, Clint Scales on the 5, gives it up to Cameron Tyler. Dot Harrison with another interior move to pick up a basket for DD and Sean Bell. Coach Ralph, folks, not too happy about the defensive play there by DD previously as Warriors for Christ increase their good play here in the third quarter. Jesse Sapp gives it up on the right side to Chris. Chris with the left-hander rejected there. Good defense by Dot Harrison that time. And then the basketball Warriors for Christ. 6:32 to play. And it is now 46-37, I believe.
The Warriors for Christ right now, there's a need to get closer. There's a need to show that this is not a double-digit game, that they were not going to go down by a double-digit margin going into the second half. So Coach Rock got his work cut out for him here in the second half.
There you go.
And Burke Jr. gets tripped up. Once again, we wanted to shout our sponsors, Mountain Dew, Nike, the New York Yankees, New Era, Entenmann's, and of course the New York City Parks and Recreation Department for providing such an outstanding venue like Orchard Beach right here in the Bronx. Jesse Sapp fires against the J.
There you go, Randy.
You cannot leave Jesse Sapp open like that, folks. He will make you pay. Cliff Scales, number 5, brings it down one side of the floor. And Cliff will use the screen. He's got a lot of space to work, but he doesn't want to shoot it. Cam Tyler around the perimeter. Taking time off the shot clock, 5 seconds. Pinkston gonna have to take it. Is he gonna make it? Not this time. Rebounded by Joe Dorsett. And inefficient play offensively by DDN. Just a lot of poor ball movement that time around. That shot off the mark as well. And Cliff Scales now looking to push. This is where DDN excels. Cliff, the shot gets it, but not the foul.
You're right, Bobby. You speak of you speak of the transition game of Sean Bell also, and I just think that that's what Coach Rob likes to do. He likes to exploit mismatches, he likes to use speed, and he likes to work down on the block of these teams with mismatches. So, Sean Bell also, remember folks, a 2007, that was the last time we were with Nike, a 2007 championship outfit. They've been all over the world with the game. They went to Paris, they won for 10,000. So my man International Rock up to the challenge, one of the most feared coaches in streetball. And you get the Sean Bell outfit right now trying to put away the scrappy Warriors for Christ.
score is now 48-40. It's an 8-point game. And I'll tell you, we talked a lot about Warriors for Christ being one of the top new teams in the tournament. But today, the focus has been on DD and Sean Bell, particularly here in the second half. They played very well.
There you go, there you go. Get up there, big man.
And getting good contributions. Benny Timmons now back in the game, number 35. Timmons had an impact at the end of the first half when he entered the lineup. And now Warriors for Christ trying to tighten things up defensively. They're not finished. They're only down by 8 points. So we'll see what they can do here in the final few minutes. Kingston putting it on the floor, and Villanova's going to have a really, really good player.
And they can't. They got to take advantage of their advantage.
Work just now, video shoot. The big fella just now moving around Big Joe and making it look easy getting to the lane.
Score the goal. And the kick Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic goes to the line. That 2-pointer cut it back to an 8-point game, and Sapp will have a chance to make it a 7-point game if he can knock down this freebie. Conventional style 3-point play is in the books. Jesse Sapp goes for 3. Now it's a 50-43 ball game. TD and Sean Bell in the red and white trim. They lead by 7. 3:47 to play here in the third. Kingston slowing down the action, and of course, it looks like fatigue starting to set a bit of set in a little bit here down the stretch of both these teams.
There you go, good spot.
And a whistle will stop the action. And Kingston will go to the line. Folks, if you get a chance once again, please check us out on our official website, www.hoopsinthesun.net. Also check us out on Twitter and Facebook. And you can hear J-Stacks and I at different times. You and I have hosted the Hits radio show on Blog Talk Radio. And I believe this week we have episodes coming up on Monday and Thursday. So for full recaps and full coverage of Hoops in the Sun, please check us out on Hits Radio at blogtalkradio.com. Kingston goes to the line. G-Stacks mentioned the McDonald's All-American. Not something that's too easy to do, being McDonald's All-American.
And Mr. Kingston proving that being a McDonald's All-American cashes in on the streets. He comes out here, first game, gets acclimated, goes in there for Sean Bell All-Stars, and shows the kids how to go to work.
And he knocks them both down from the free throw line. DDN, Sean Bell in the red, down back up 52-43. They lead by 9. .323 to play, and the officials stop the action for just a moment to correct the shot clock. 19 seconds on the shot clock. The dump pass inside to Joe Dorsett. The big fella now spinning along the baseline, puts it up, and he draws the contact. Of course, Dorsett, one of the toughest players to defend as he continues to progress in his maturation. G-Stacks, you're seeing a guy who's not only strong, but he's working on other facets of his game. Joe Dorsett showcasing his ability to shoot. Got a nice soft touch for a big fella. He's been very good from the free throw line, and actually more aggressive and more assertive, I think, this summer than last, even though it's just the first game that we get a chance to see.
Exactly what you say, Bobby. What you want with the big guys, especially big guys for the future, you want aggression, you want them to be talented, and you want them to play with height and length. And that's what you see Big Joe doing today. Using his length and using his size downstairs, taking good perimeter shots, and helping out on the defensive end. So the big fella, like you said, maturation process in effect.
I mean, you talk about NBA frames. Joe Dorsett looks like, with some continued work, that he could play in the league someday. Benny Timmons with the putback. And Jesse Sapp, Mr. Sapp-tastic going to work. Warriors for Christ. They trailed 54-45. They're in the orange. Sapp into the corner. That three-pointer is airmailed over the bucket. Picked up by Kingston. Benny Timmons now gives up to Cliff Clinkscales, number 5. 18 to shoot. Inside for Roberts. And that is a foul. Warriors for Christ still has lots of time left, folks. But obviously when you look up at that scoreboard, you do not like to see you being on the wrong end of it. They trail right now 54-45. DDN Sean Bell taking advantage of some better defense here in the third quarter. And some really good offensive movement. Cam Tyler on the low post. Now he'll step back out to three-point land. 12 to shoot. Tyler puts it on the floor. Officials have corrected the shot clock. 2 seconds to shoot, actually, instead of 12, G.
A big difference in terms of the ability to get off a quality shot. So Sean go in the inbounds pass. They got it off. Wow.
And that is a very savvy veteran three-point shot by Mr. Benny Timmons, number 35. And Benny, with the presence of mind to just snap and shoot. Joe Dorsett, the big fella, returns the favor on the other end. The Warriors, for Christ folks, in some trouble now with the third quarter coming to a close, and they still are down by 10. Trying to chip into this double-digit deficit right now as Pinkston is up top, number 30. And he'll use the space given to him by Dorsett for the jumper. Cam Tyler on the rebound, no good. Steve Bird Jr. coast to coast. And he was fouled around the three-point line.
Which is about the best thing you can do when that Steve Bird locomotive is going head at you and he's already north and south. You're really merciless. And at that point, the foul is just the smartest thing to do. Steve Bird Jr., Iona Gale, 68 points in Rucker Park, second only to the destroyer himself, Joe Hammond. So Steve Bird Jr. writing his name in history up there at the world's most famous park.
It's interesting that you bring up Rucker Park, because usually later in the summer everybody likes to get an opportunity to go out to see the Elite 24 at Rucker. But this year will be the first time that the Elite 24 will not be played down in Harlem. It will actually be played in Venice Beach this season. And you talked about the inspiration for the Hoops of the Sun Roundball Classic dates back to a trip that the Cruz family took out to Venice Beach, California. And trying to bring that same quality of basketball that you see out of Venice Beach right here to the Bronx and right here to New York City. Something that I think Hoops of the Sun has definitely accomplished in their 11th summer, 11th season. Cam Tyler into the corner for Benny Timmons. He'll take another three. And of course, Venice Beach has been featured so many times as one of the great places for streetballers. I mean, actually, even in the film White Man Can't Jump, a little bit of the Venice Beach area. And I actually think the last time the Cruz family went out, if I'm correct, I remember Randy telling me about it, I think Amari Stoudemire played out there. So similar kind of venue where you get some NBA players who sometimes come out and play. Benny Timmons rattles it in.
I told fans about Benny Timmons before he even started up. I told them he's a solid big man that knows the game. He's going to bring your IQ and toughness. And you see it paying off for Coach Rob. So I think he's a master at using the right pieces at the right time. So big Benny Timmons coming in, giving his team a lift.
Final 21 seconds to play of the third. This should be the final shot of the period. A 7-point ball game, 58-51. Dyckman, Sean Bell in the red. They have the ball. They have the lead. Cam Tyler backs Steph Mallier. And the two-pointer is Cash Money at the end of play. So Dyckman pushes that 7-point lead to 9. 60-51 at the end of DJ Jazz.
Boom. Look across, he got the throwback.
Final quarter.
That's a good look.
Back to live action here in the fourth and final quarter. Cam Tyler inside to Dot Harrison on a post-up against Jesse Sapp. And Wilson.
When you come out to the fourth quarter, Bobby, you see the 2010 season officially underway. This is the final game of the afternoon. The Warriors for Christ came out spirited, made a game of it in the first half. And now you get down to crunch time and you find out what your team really has mentally for the beginning of the season. And that's what you're going to find out right now from Coach Locke in the Warriors for Christ. What's left in the tank with the game on the line? The big fella dancing along the baseline.
11:15 to play here in the fourth and final quarter. Cam Tyler on the dribble down to crossover, has his pockets picked.
Make sure you get a shot of this dude in inside Streetball. Okay, all right.
Get that one to go.
Okay.
Offensive rebound by
Yep,
Warriors
got
for
him
Christ.
already.
And a
Good luck.
Now he stepped out of bounds.
I ain't messing around. Give him a
So it will
pound.
be a turnover. And Sean Bell will have the rock. Here comes Cliff Clinkscales, number 5. DDN large in the charge right now. They lead by 7, 60-53. Coming up on a minute and a half here into the fourth quarter. Marv Roberts with the bounce pass. And Burt Jr. nearly took it away. Clinkscales to Don Harrison. And one. Score the goal.
You look at the Warriors for Christ, you know, the Hoops in the Sun tournament, the only tournament with the official swagger meter, where you can gauge how a team feels by the collective swagger. And right now you see the swagger meter for Sean Bell extremely high. You see guys are competitive. And the Warriors for Christ right now, the swagger meter kind of low, and they need to get it going. That's a good move right there. That's one of the ways to get back in the game. Is to take advantage of easy shots. So again, we welcome our Streetball's greatest fans, and that's Big Benny Timmons, who 11th year, Joe Pops Cruz senior memorial round ball classic. Shout to Joe Cruz Jr. Randy Cruz, what a sensational job for the kids to see young boys put together these kind of events. To get up in the boardrooms, to cut the checks, to deal with the corporate sponsorship, to show that minorities have a voice in putting this kind of stuff together. Big shout to Cruise Control, and that's the new dynamic duo of Streetball. So shouts to Randy and Joe. Good job, bro.
I don't know. I have to look at it. You take this, and I'll tell you what.
Now Roberts attacks the rim and gets it to rattle home. Jesse Sample inbound. Steve Burt Jr. will bring it up the left side of the floor with the TikTok number 10. Warriors for Christ, they trail 64-55. Burt Jr. stutter steps, goes between the legs, shakes and bakes with the rock, takes his man off the dribble. Yes!
This is too much. This is too much. Steve Burt Jr., that's that medication they come to the beach for. He's serving it up cold.
And Cam Tyler returns the favor, and now they will get back on defense. And Burt Jr. tries to go to the left hand, gets it back, has it taken away. Don Harrison on the strip. 8:51 to play. Action really starting to pick up now down the stretch. Roberts can't get that one to go. Don Harrison on the putback. And DDN Sean Bell G Stacks is really hanging tough right now. Stopping Warriors for Christ here with 8:30 to play. And this would be, I don't know if we call it an upset, but with Warriors for Christ locked and loaded to start the summer, for DDN Sean Bell to come back from trailing in the first half and play so well down the stretches would be a big win for them. 68-57, 8:21 to play.
I looked through the pictures.
I think every game a big game because of the load of talent that Joe and Wendy went and got out this year. I think any game you play, you can look back on later in the season and be like, you know what? We should have beat those guys.
You know I don't like that,
right? We're not in the playoffs because we lost the first game of the year. So every game, when you only get 9, every game, seriously big. Once again, special shout to all my sexy ladies that love Streetball. You make it look special. All my bikers, all the surfers, beach goers, and everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Here comes Cliff Clinkscales, number 5. Good defense there by Chris, trying to stay with him. And Cliff will continue to try to feed the post. Don Harrison, tic-tac foul on the baseline.
That's what you do, Bobby. You talk about it a lot. When you get behind, you look up, you get the little nip and tuck fouls because you're just trying to make a play. You want to deflect something, you want to make a loose ball, you want to close a turnover, and when you see time working against you, it just kind of forces your hand defensively.
It's bright out here, man. I should let you take them shades off. It's real bright. Cam Tyler on the post-up of his man. So G6 Stacks, we talked about it earlier. You know how much we have this love for this game of basketball, and I don't want to jinx my Lakers, but I'm going to take the Lakers.
I like the uniform.
Which really now becomes a best of three. You know, with the series tied at 2, it's really a best of 3 series. Over these final 3 games, and the turnaround by Jesse Sapp, and honestly, Joe Dorsett with the putback. Honestly, I think you haven't seen the best of Kobe Bryant yet. I know that might be crazy to say, averaging like 28 a game in the finals, but I think he is due for even a better game than he had the other night. He actually struggled through the first couple quarters and didn't turn it on until the fourth, where he scored, I think it was 10 of the team's last 12 points, which accumulated 33 for him. And looking back at the Game 4 loss for the Los Angeles Lakers, there were 2 things that stood out to me, G-Stacks, and that was a missed free throw by Derek Fisher after the technical foul, and then another missed free throw by Kobe Bryant after a key foul down the stretch. And I know it's hard to pinpoint really specifically where a game is lost, but that, as Clay Scales tries a long 3, that could have turned a 6-point game into a 4-point game, which of course, thanks to players like Larry Johnson, could be a 1-possession game. Or if not, a long 3 and then, you know, a 2-pointer could make that a lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. But instead, they missed a couple of free throws down the stretch, and the Celtics bench scores 21 of the team's 36 points in the fourth quarter. And 36 points in the fourth quarter means that the Lakers struggled defensively in the final quarter. So Jesse Sapp turns it up a notch to 3, and we said it, Warriors for Christ, still in the ballgame.
And it is not going to quit. That's a tribute to Coach Rock, Sister T, the foundation that they lay over there, being Warriors, really fighting for the game even when it looks lost. And the thing I appreciate about Coach Rock this afternoon is after
They
trailing
released 100 pictures
early,
on that.
trailing late, continuing
Bottom
to find
right.
the chemistry to fight and get back in the game. So we give a big shout to Coach Rock,
Leave at least
Holy
100.
Warriors for Christ, for just hanging in there and just making it interesting down the stretch.
Roberts at the free throw line. And Ball Girl has mastered channel surfing here at the beach of a different variety. You're on your way to manhood, honestly. This is you got duct tape on that? There you go. All the man needs is a remote control. That's pretty much it. Remote control and maybe a 6-pack of Corona. I don't know, G-Stacks.
I go with the 6 man. We definitely can do that. But you talk about Steve Bro Jr. You take the hoop to the sun spotlight, you put it squarely on number 10. Cream de la cream of Streetball guards. You see the talent on display. You watch the crowd when he moves, and you can tell it's electric. You know, even a casual fan is like, wow, this guy's good, man. So shouts to Steve Bro Jr. the saga continues up here in Orchard Beach. He got his partner in the building. We got Kiki Clark in here, so that's a good 1-2 punch for Streetball anyway.
I think Kiki's enjoying a smoothie of some sort. I don't know, he's having a beverage. I feel you, Kiki, it's damn hot out here. And now the lay-in there by Roberts. And don't blink now, folks. It is a 6-point game, 71-65. Warriors for Christ need a miracle here. With 4:56 to play. Honestly, no, not a miracle. Only down by 6, but they have to stop BDN Chandel. That's where it starts. Roberts, Cliff Scales, and Javon Pinkston. There goes Mr. Pinkston, number 30. This has been a great matchup here today, Pinkston and Dorsett.
What's wrong, Randy? Huh? You do?
Every 20 seconds they listen.
Yeah.
This time it'll be Harrison at the free throw line. And the score now stacks 72-65, under 4 minutes to play. Warriors for Christ in the orange, they trail by 7.
So you see the heavy dosage of Steve Burke Jr. And when you bring in Steve Burke Jr., you don't bring him in to stand around in the fourth quarter. You bring him in to be aggressive, to change speeds, to penetrate the dish, and he's doing everything as advertised. He's playing good with Jesse Sappin. We talked about that on Blog Talk Radio, about the need for both of them to respect each other. And you see it here today, working magic, that good backcourt of Jesse Sappin, Steve Burke Jr.
I think Warriors for Christ going to make it very interesting here in the final minutes. And the rebound by Burke. And right now they're having a lot of trouble stopping Burke around the rim. Once again, a thanks to all of our sponsors, Nike, Mountain Dew, New York Yankees, New Era, Anthony's, and the New York City Parks Department. And the G-Stacks, I want one of those little gators that they got driving around there. The Parks Department, I want to see if they get that on the hutch going like 50. Did you get pulled over on a hutch for driving something like that, G-Stacks? You know, and then you get pulled over, the police officer says to you, what are you doing? I'm driving. And a gator. That shot off the mark there by Kingston. We have a really Howie siding, folks. And really enjoying a cold Mountain Dew. That shot. And now all of a sudden Warriors for Christ has gone cold. Bad time to go cold.
Not a good time to set up the three-point opportunities. If you Warriors for Christ, you really don't need the three to get back in the game. But what you do need is good shot selection.
Kingston nails it. And watch out for him on ESPN, folks. Coming to Villanova in the third. Warriors for Christ trail now 74-66. Virginia with his patented shuffle to the 10. That's the same move he uses in the club, folks. It drives the women crazy.
So you see that backcourt that we talked about, Bobby, with Jesse Sappin, and you see the all-star play of Steve Burke Jr., and just like that, 74-68, a minute 45 to go, who knows?
Defense, that's what they need. Don Harrison not having it. Stevie and Sean Bell now leading 76-68. 1:34 to play. This one all but wrapped up. I'll tell you, Warriors for Christ just took it right out of Jesse's hands. Flip three scales. Warriors for Christ had a chance here, and they missed some key shots at the end. I think it's just too difficult sometimes to come back from double digits from behind. So good effort though. A very good effort, and DDN and Sean Bell right now in the driver's seat with 1:19 left to play. They lead 76-68. They have an 8-point lead.
I think two things have to happen. I think with Warriors for Christ today, you saw that they're going to be players in this league. That they're going to run at people, they're not going to give up. I think playing with the owner on deck and having Sister T in is something that Warriors for Christ has to get acclimated to. It's like playing in front of George Steinberg. You know, you gotta play when the owner shows up too. A lot of owners coming around that way in the recession. Guys just don't put up money and don't come around. That's not the way streetball is. You go 0-2, the owner might decide to coach. She might pull the plug. You never know. So, Horse and the Sun providing the true test for your coaching skill.
Mr. Saptastic. And this one. Coming down to the final minute, folks. If there's a good call of foul there, we'd like to do. Sap knocks it down. This is a good deal right here. I mean, we're talking about, what time we're talking about here? It's only almost 4:45.
Right here.
And you guys can come into the sun and see some games and still make it home in time for dinner. And then you got plenty of time to go out there. Just got to go home a little early so you can make it back here tomorrow.
Yeah. There you go.
Players definitely got to go home. As an announcer, we can have an extra Grey Goose. We can get an extra shot of liquor and still make it out here. As a player, you got to ease up early. You know, but shouts to both teams. Maybe again, thank the best fans in Streetball for coming out. Shout to my manager, Coach Ken, whole Pops 5. You know how we do. Joe, Randy, the whole staff, Kenny, Joe, everybody that has anything to do. My ladies on the staff, shout to them. They did a sensational job. Oh, what a look. And again, we're here tomorrow, folks. And all our Streetball regulars, you know how we do. So on behalf of Bobby C, G Stacks, DJ Jazz, and everybody else, y'all still got us looking like the best tournament in town.
Easy.
10-point game.
Okay.
And Bert's going to do by himself. Put it rattles out. Iron unkind on that one. Kingston, pretty good effort for his rookie experience here with his son. And the McDonald's All-American, Javon Pinkston heading to Villanova with 30. And the DDN Sean Bell All-Stars about to win this one, folks, with 10 seconds left and lead by 10.
So Bobby C, once again, another masterful job. Working with the play-by-play voice of the city. You get the G-Stack's favorite nephew of the game. You go to Big JP at the line. Easy to see. A superstar in the making, like I say, you can look out for him on ESPN. You go to the other side of the court. G-Stack's favorite nephew of the game, Steve Burke Jr. Sensational afternoon. Played a lot of D, got some rebounds, helped his team. And just a good effort today from the Warriors for Price.
Huh? No. That one goes there. Yeah,
Shout those sponsors one more time.
that one goes on the other side, no, on this side. And that one goes in the...
Nike, Mountain Dew, Parks Department, New York Yankees, Anthony's. Our final game of the afternoon, final score 81-72. Good
Oh,
effort.
yeah.